guys see on film that you can do different?
I mean, we know what we have to do different. We don't, no matter, I mean, you have to watch film and see how things unraveled yesterday. But, you know, when you look at the stat sheet, you look at the game, we're going to have to do a lot better on a rebounding the ball. Last night, or yesterday, they dominated that aspect of the game, and it's a huge aspect to do well, and they did that, and they shot at a better percentage than we did, and they got more second chance points than we did. They got a lot more defensive rebounds than we did. So I think that's always a critical factor for a team to have a better chance to win, and that's something that we're going to have to step up, especially because we should be a much better rebounding team than they are, and that was not the case yesterday.
When Pop says you guys kind of look like deer in the headlights yesterday, what do you think he means by that?
You think that mentally the Warriors did a better job of being ready and really going to take the game from the first minute to the last. Sometimes if you don't have that edge or that mindset going into it, even if you think you have it or you want to have it or you feel like you have it, but then when you jump on the floor, they're a little more aggressive, they're a little more proactive, they're a little more physical. They have that split-second difference that makes that is a huge deal in those type of games. And you know, they were you could say or could see that they were a little more ready than we were on making those little plays, so important plays. So that's kind of I think what he meant by it, and where you could see that they were locked in. They understood. They started the series at home. They understood the importance of it. They didn't want us to have that advantage in the series, and kind of I think they've had a lot of talk around their team about how they're not together, how they're not the same without Steph. A lot of, let's say, negative talk and questioning of their team, and I think that motivated them and prepared them for that game one in this series.
Do you have the same thing with Kawhi not being here?
We don't have the same type of talk. I guess we haven't won 2 championships in the last 3 years. We haven't been to 3 straight finals. There's not that type of chip on our shoulders. We do have the absence of arguably our best player, and you know, and that's been there the whole year. That's nothing new. But we have the guys that we have, and we feel like we have a good chance if we play the right way and we play together, we play harder and smarter than our opponent. We just didn't quite do that last night enough.
Emotionally, Pal, do you guys get upset by the way you played yesterday, or you just take it in stride and move on? Or what's the emotion?
The emotion is that we, you know, you can't just wait for them to shoot at a lower percentage. You can't just expect them to play worse. You got to force the issue. You got to step up and make plays. You got to make it uncomfortable. You got to, I don't know, make it muddier than it was yesterday, because they're really good. I mean, you got 2 of the top scorers in this league. You got a competitor in Draymond that does a lot of things for him, and then you have a supporting cast of players that do really well together. They've been playing together and doing well for a few years. So you got to disrupt that somehow, and that comes with physicality and toughness and that will of understanding how important it is to not just follow them around and let them play their game.